assuming everybody from the county can hear me at this point. So it's a little chilly this morning, and even though we're from Wisconsin, we're not responsible for this weather. But it is a little chilly. It's not like this usually when I come out here, but it's a great day in Colorado. And this day really started in 2012 when I first came to Julesburg, Colorado. And I had a meeting with a number of individuals. Jay from the bank, he was there. Jules was there. Gene. There's a number of people that were at that meeting. And we talked about the Cobblestone Hotel at that time. And at that time, we were kind of new into the area. And I think it was a lot to wrap their heads around. And we just kind of waited and sat on it for a bit. And then about a year and a half ago, I got a call from a young lady here in Julesburg and said, "Do you remember us?" And I said, "Sure, I absolutely do." And she asked if I'd be interested in coming back to town and sitting down and talking. And lo and behold, got back together here in Julesburg, met with the same group of people. Core group of people, civic-minded people, people that wanted to see the services in this community improve, some additional quality lodging, and that's what brought us here today, celebrating a ceremonial groundbreaking. And really, when we started this about a year and a half ago, that came from economic development. And Rhonda Graham has been a big part of this, pushing it along, keeping the fire burning when I'm not here, talking to people, letting them know what we do and what we have an opportunity to do as a community. And so, if I could, Rhonda, turn this over to you for a minute.
Okay, I want to thank everybody for coming out here today. Even though it's a little windy, it's better than the rain. It's been a long, bumpy road for this, but we're finally here. Tim came out in February of 2022 is when we started this, and 16 months later, we're finally here at groundbreaking. The Stratesky Foundation was a huge help in this. They not only helped with the land donation, they also helped us with the feasibility study. After talking with Tim, going through the process, went to the commissioners, we had the discussion, and the commissioners, the county paid for half of the study, and Stratesky paid for the other half. Stratesky also helped with the land. So just a huge thank you to the foundation. And if you ever see any of the members out, just please thank them for me, because they can't be thanked enough. Also want to thank And again, thank you to the commissioners, the town board members. Both of them really came together to make this project work. And of course, especially thank you to the investors. Without all the investors that helped put this project together, this would not be happening without the investors. So thank you to the investors. And then this is going to be the first step. This is going to be our stepping stone. This isn't only for Julesburg, this is for all of Sedgwick County. So we're going to see good things happening, and this is just the first part of what's going to be happening here in Sedgwick County.
Thank you. Thanks, Rhonda. Rhonda talked about a lot of different people in the county, the city, and the foundation, and the investors. And one thing that I know in working in a lot of communities just like this, rural America does really well. But sometimes when things need to happen, about the only way that it happens is by everybody rolling up together. Everybody,
Here we go.
all right. So we go back live. I'll just try. Can everybody hear me? Yeah. All right. So really, it's the community coming together. The way we accomplish things here in rural America is by rolling up our sleeves. The city, the county, the banks, the foundation, community foundation, and really the residents, the people of the community say, saying, hey, this is what our community needs. Am I back? So it's really a combination of everybody coming together to continue to bring the new services to the community for the public and really to serve the residents and the businesses of this community. With that, one of the people that was very instrumental, Don with the county commissioners, Sedgwick County Commissioners.
Thanks, Tim. I want to sort of mirror the same thing Rhonda said. On behalf of the Sedgwick County Commissioners in Sedgwick County, I want to welcome the Cobblestone family to Sedgwick County, and I think it's going to be a great asset. It's only the beginning of what's going to happen out here, I think. I think this is our first step to rebuild this whole area and to get a lot more business to come into Sedgwick County. I really want to thank the Strateski Foundation also. They've been huge in this and been great to work with. Also, the investors who stepped up and to make this day possible for everybody. And it's just going to be a huge asset for the county, I think. And it's just, like I said, our first step in growing of what we need to do to get more business back in Sedgwick County and Julesburg area. And I just want to thank everybody. The only thing next to say is Rhonda has been huge in this, and she has been just unbelievable pursuit, relentless. I can't believe how persistent she is to get this coming, and I just think there should be a big round of applause for Rhonda because she's done a huge job.
Thanks, Donnie. Yeah, Rhonda never lets it go. She keeps chasing it down. We had a couple of times where we had a few setbacks, and I said, let's regroup. And she did, and she come charging out again. And, again, coming back to the community, I guess I want to ask Greg to come up, maybe say a couple words here on behalf of the city. Again, city being extremely instrumental in this process that we went through as well.
Thanks. Thanks, Tim. All right, first, I'd thank everybody for coming out. Being along our Jenkins Street, it was kind of known as the road to nowhere. Now, it is now the road to somewhere. So, good things. First off, I'd like to thank Tim for not giving up on our community, our county. This is big. This is very big. Rhonda, again, a lot of you everybody probably knows Rhonda. If nothing else, she's annoying. In a good way, but she is very annoying. So if you ever get on her bad side, I said that for you. But Rhonda, thank you for all your legwork, all your meetings you made us do. This is the result of it now, so thank you. Next, my town board members and the county commissioners, there was a lot that went into this for the hotel, the incentives, other types of work, groundwork, I'll say the street again. This isn't just the cobblestone. I mean, it's everybody. It's the county, it's us, and it's going to help the whole county. Whether it's Julesburg, Edward, Sedgwick, this will help everybody. So again, this is huge. Strateski, a lot of this is getting repeated. Strateski, again, thank you for everything you do for our community. It is huge. Without you guys, and we have more foundations coming along. Without you guys, we'd be struggling. So again, thank you for all your help. But all those lines, anybody else? If I haven't mentioned anybody, I appreciate all your help that you've done along the way, whether it's unseen or anything. Thank you again. This will be a huge asset, not only with jobs, but with tourism, with tax dollars. We have a new pool that's going to be put in town, and also a new school. So this is going to be fitting in very nice. Like I kind of said, the welcome center right here, we have the busiest welcome center in the state. If we can get just a fraction of those people to stay here at Cobblestone, come into town, spend some money, That's what we need, is this cornerstone business to come in, bring other businesses in along here, and we'll be set for the future. So thank you, Tim. Thanks, Rhonda. Thanks, everybody. That's all I have.
Greg, what did you call Rhonda? Annoying? Okay. We'll call her Relentless Rhonda, not Annoying Rhonda. Maybe they're synonymous. I'm not sure. A couple of times now you've heard about this, and I know I'm going to screw this up, Starcheski? Okay, that one. The foundation. And really, it's been a really big part of this project. Always in the background. I really haven't had a whole lot of interactions at all with them. But I know everything that happened here was followed closely and driven and pushed and supported by the foundation. And we really want to thank the foundation. And David Carlson, if you would please.
Thank you, Tim. Good morning. I'm Dave Carlson, one of the directors with the William Sardesky Foundation. Kim Orth is in the back there representing the foundation, and Muriel Nelson is here as well. And Max Carlson resides in the Front Range, and he's the other director. Back in 2013, we as a board met with Mr. Rick Jenkins, who owned this property at the time. We felt that Sedgwick County's best chance for growth and development was on this property at this interchange. Mr. Jenkins always loved Sedgwick County and was willing to work with the sale of the property to benefit the county. It has taken 10 years plus and many different turns, but we are very pleased to finally see some positive development. The Sardesky Foundation was eventually able to purchase the land back and donate it to the county for the future home of the Cobblestone Hotel. Today's groundbreaking of the new Cobblestone is not just any brick and mortar building. We feel that this hotel can be the start of some great improvements for this interchange. It's located across from the busiest welcome center in Colorado. With updated numbers I just got today, 358,000 people stopping by there last year. 18,000 stopped in there last week. We're also home to the oldest drag strip in the country, where they host races almost every weekend throughout the summer. We would hope that during our alumni weekend and downtown cruise nights that we could fill this hotel on a very regular basis. I have heard so much positive feedback from friends and family excited to have a nice option for clean and comfortable rooms without having to drive 30 to 60 miles. I would like to thank all the parties involved in making this project come to fruition. This was a collaborative effort between the town of Julesburg, Sedgwick County and its commissioners, Rhonda Graham with the Community Economic Development of Sedgwick County, and our foundation, along with all the local investors that it took to make this happen. Without every one of these parties, this project would not have been possible. We hope that this is the first step in development for our local interchange, and we look forward to more improvements in our community in the near future. We are inspired by the cooperative effort it took to get to this project to this point, and we encourage others to keep pushing for change that will enhance and enrich the lives of the citizens of Sedgwick County. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So people ask, how do you do the hotel? How do you bring this whole thing together? Well, you start out with a dream, with a hope, wish, and then you have to quickly start moving into planning. And from there, it really comes down to, it takes a darn lot of money. And that's where we turn to the bank and the local investors. But Jay was part of the first meeting that I had here in 2012, and he's still with this project today, supported it. Points West Bank has been a great partner, and I know will be in the future. Jay? Thank you.
Thank you. Wow, what a great day, huh? For Sedgwick County and Julesburg. It has been a long time coming, and so I know back when we first met, some people at this point in time wish we would have, jumped right in and had this hotel built. And I'm glad that we're here today and not going 10 years down the road and looking back and saying, boy, I wish we would have built 10 years ago like we're doing today. So what a great investment to our community. There's been a lot of thank yous, and I have to continue on with those thank yous. So I do, Cobblestone, thank you for putting your faith in us. Rhonda, for all your hard work. Commissioners, for all the things that you're doing. I know what you've done, the help and the push behind everything. The town of Julesburg for all that they've done, and what you're going to have to do. There's a lot of stuff that we're going to have to lean on you for sure, as you go forward. A lot of work to be done. And, of course, the investors, thank you so much for stepping up. This is a big moment for the community. I know it's not easy to do, and it's something that, there's a lot of people going back and forth, whether they shouldn't, but without you, these things can't happen. So we're very honored and privileged from the bank to be a partner in this. Glad that everybody stepped forward and put their faith in this hotel. Every day, I come down this road for the last 12, 13 years. I come right by here, and you get to see exactly what we're seeing right here. It's busy. It's busy. It's been busy for years, and we haven't been able to capture that. So I've been really, hoping and wishing and dreaming that something would happen right here for this community, because there is a lot of people and a lot of cars and a lot of traffic that goes down this interstate. We've had regional basketball games, volleyball, basketball here lately, that teams were locating down in, I talked to the coaches and the bus drivers from Monte Vista last year, and they drove all the way to Ogallala just to stay, instead of staying here at our locations, because there's just no place to stay. So that is something that we have cured, and now it's time for that next step. This is going to be a great step to the next thing. If this is just that stepping stone, we now have an audience, that's staying here, 58-room hotel, and so, fast food restaurants, convenience stores, those things will come next. And so, challenge to everybody to try to make sure that we fill this hotel up. Wedding events, sporting events. We got the new school. We got 3 gymnasiums, actually 4. We should be able to do some things. We should be able to put on some volleyball tournaments, some basketball tournaments during the summer. Fill this hotel up, just like Ogallala, Sterling, and some of these other communities do. So, anyway, I'm very proud to be a partner with this, and appreciate everyone's hard work, and again, for stepping up for Sedgwick County.
Thanks, Jay.
So from time to time, you hear the buzz of the highway, and to me, that's just music. That's the music of occupancy. And that's the traffic that's going to be coming in here, but the majority of the traffic is already here. It's for those tournaments at the schools. It's for the drag races. It's for the business people. It's for family events, class reunions, weddings, funerals. Everything that a community does on a day-to-day basis is going to help this hotel, and the hotel will serve the community for a long time, and we're excited about that. Lot of conversation, a lot of thanks to a number of individuals. Like I said, everybody in the community really rolled up their sleeves. And we're going to take one quick second. Mike Benson, one of the investors, owners, just to take a minute for a thanks to where it needs to go.
We thanked a lot of people, but the one entity I think we really need to thank is the God that created us, that gave us the insights and the resources to do what we're doing. So pray with me if you don't mind. Father God, thank you for this opportunity that you've given to us. You are the creator of all that exists. You are the creator, and you created mankind in your image to do something. And part of that creative nature you passed on to us. Father, we pray for safety in this project, that there would be no accidents, no significant incidents. Nobody gets hurt. We ask for guidance, timeliness in this project to come to fruition. For unity of all the individual people, entities, and businesses that need to come together following this day. Lots goes into it. And Lord, may we not be presumptuous to ask for success. As we've said, this would be a good place for people to stay, for families, for travelers, for events. And also, may we not be presumptuous that it may be a financial success. You've given us these tools, these resources, these assets, and may they be returned many times over as your promise. Father, teach us to be good stewards of the land and the resources and the assets that you've given to us now. Bless us in spite of our common sinful nature, but we ask for your guidance from this day forward in your precious name. Amen.
Thank you. I'm going to turn to one of the other investors, and investor has some history with this property. And as we were having conversations with a number of individuals, I keep getting more of the chronology of this property further and further back. But I think the most recent community member that's owned this would be the Rick Jenkins family. Rick.
Thank you, Tim. After many phone calls, I finally met Tim. We burned the lines up for a long time, didn't we? This is emotional for me. It really is. But I want to thank everyone who had a part in this endeavor. It's been big. Tim and the Cobblestone team, thank you so much. You were persistent. Rhonda, many phone calls with Rhonda. Yes, and we need to thank her big time. She has a vision for this community that I think we've all had in the back of our minds, but she's brought a lot of it to fruition, hasn't she? The town of Julesburg, thank you. Thank you for what you're doing to make this precious place even better. County commissioners, thank you. And the Street Rescue Foundation and the bank, we couldn't have done it. We can't do these things without people who are willing to step up and make it happen. And investors, you won't be sorry that you've invested. I remember this property well. Right over here, I was putting on anhydrous ammonia. Well, as you can see, the weeds grow really well right here, and the shanks got full of weeds. I jumped off the tractor, forgetting to pull the rope, and I got anhydrous gassed big time. I can remember delivering gasoline to the Texaco station up on the corner. I can remember Sam Blown's Way building the Platte Valley Inn. At that time it was nice and has a great history. I can remember the Flying J finally happening. The history of this property is pretty neat. Terry and Tim Hine, Grandpa sold it to my dad. I'm not going to say for how much. Well, but the good news is it was so many years ago, multiplied that many times over. But the history is great. And people with a vision, like my dad, thinking about this interstate happening, made it happen, and others that have done the same. I know my father would be very pleased. I have a little bit of him with me. This is his hat. If you remember my dad, it pretty much always had this hat on, didn't he? A hat like this. I have it along with his roll-top desk that is very precious to me. Sadly, we lost, Dad had the vision, by the way, of this property over 60 years ago. Can you imagine that? Goes way back, way back. Sadly, we lost Mark Hernandez, who really did fall in love with this community and had a vision for what all of this property could be. I know he's smiling down from heaven right now. We can thank Mark for his vision and what he wanted to do right here. The hotel will be a wonderful addition to Julesburg, won't it? Finally, it's happening. With a new school. Side note, Cousin Myrna and I walked around the school last night. We I was going to say ran around the track, but the two of us can't run anymore. We walked around the track. What a wonderful school. Amazing. Congratulations, big time, to those who had the vision to do that school. My brother Jim ran a 9.9-100 as a freshman in high school on a horrible cinder track. It would have been a 9.7 on that purple track. The new swimming pool complex, the old high school conversion. Julesburg has a very positive future. I talk about Julesburg all the time. This is a special place. And all of you are part of making it special. Thank you so much. I urge you, Rhonda, town board, county commissioners, sell yourselves. I'm a salesperson. Sell yourselves. This is a great community with a great future. And a positive part of it is happening today. Thank you again. God bless all of you. God bless Sedgwick County. And God bless the town of Julesburg. Thank you, Tim.
Thanks, Rick. Many conversations on the phone. First time we had a chance to meet here today. So I think that wraps up most of the people. I'm going to bring up one other person. The guy that pushes me, the guy that signs my check. Jeremy Griesbach, President of Development of Cobblestone Hotels. You do know I don't sign your check though, right, Tim? I just so we're clear on that. Thanks everyone, great seeing you. What a turnout. Holy cow, this is pretty exciting stuff for us to come here and see everybody here. Been to a lot of these groundbreakings on Tim's projects. Tim, probably 40-ish? So I'm going to guess about 40-ish projects, and I think this is probably Tim's favorite one ever, Rhonda, thanks to you. Because not only the investors come up here and talk about how amazing Tim has been during this whole process, and how he pestered them and kept on them and called them and was relentless. That's the nicest word I've ever heard said. But it's normally back to a man with Tim. So, Rhonda, thanks for being the leader in that for one day, just to let Tim bask in the glory a little bit. He appreciates it. So, who here has stayed at a Cobblestone Hotel? That's pretty cool. Been doing this for 15 years now. 2023 is our 15th anniversary. The first Cobblestone opened up in Clintonville, Wisconsin in 2008. And when we'd go to groundbreakings 12 years ago, 10 years ago, 7 years ago, 8 years ago, we might have this many people there. And you'd say, who stayed in the Cobblestone? And there'd be one or two people standing there in the back and raise their hand. It's like, well, hey, that's a start. So to come here and see probably almost half of you raise your hand with this big of a crowd is pretty cool. We're making a lot of progress in Colorado, Nebraska, and other states out west here. Currently, we're at 168 locations, open or under construction in 29 states. This is number 10 open or under construction in Colorado. So a lot of big things for us in the future. Tim spends a lot of his time out here. If anyone gets a chance to talk to Tim on his travel weeks when he flies from Wisconsin out west, talk to him about it, because I just like calling him a couple times a week when I know he's out this way and be like, where are you at now? Where are you at now? Lots of miles in the car, lots of plane rides here and plane rides there and chasing back and forth and going from it. But it's always fun for us from corporate to come to these groundbreakings. It'll be even more fun to see you all at the grand openings. But on behalf of Kim Mulvaney's and myself and all of our employees at Belmont Builders, State Hospitality Group, and Cobblestone Hotels Corporate, we want to thank you all for your belief in the Cobblestone Hotel brand and our companies under our umbrella. Also, can't do enough thanks to the investors. Rhonda, thanks to you for helping herd the cats, for lack of a better way of probably putting it. Thanks to everyone at the city, the county, and to us for the bank from the financing standpoint. Without everybody working together, this whole Cobblestone dream does not work and come into existence. So, again, thank you, everyone, and we look forward to seeing you at the grand opening. Thank you.
I think that really is pretty much it. About the only thing that we have left here is to get a few shovels and start putting that foundation in. So let's get digging. Donnie, Rhonda, get you up here. Jay. Get a few people. Mike. Jeremy. Who am I missing? David, please. Greg, did I see the mayor here? All right, this will be like the Viking ships. I'll do the counting. You guys do the heavy lifting. So we want to just grab a little bit of soil, hold on to it. I'll count to 3, and when I say 3, you can pitch the dirt and try and hit Josie over there. Cobblestone Hotel, 1, 2, 3. Woo! Thank you, everybody, for coming out. I think Rhonda brought some cups full of dirt for everybody. Grab a shovel. This isn't you. We've got a commemorative shovel here in appreciation of Julesburg. And where's Mr. Rick Jenkins and the investors? We've had a conversation that we'll figure out where to place this, but we want to thank Julesburg and all the investors and everybody involved, city, the foundation, the county, everybody, the bank, everybody involved. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yes.